Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Tony Harvin, and welcome to the Tony Harvin Network YouTube channel. If you like, hit that subscribe button listed right here. After you hit the subscribe button, if you want to receive all notifications of videos that come out on this YouTube channel, hit the notification bell and select all after you hit the notification bell. Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Tony Harvin, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Tony Harvin Network. I'm here on this Sunday evening here to talk about the story about this pastor that was shot and killed. I was dealing with a lot of stories this week, so I had to come back around on this story. It didn't happen so long ago, but we're gonna talk about it today on this YouTube channel. Tony Harvin Network. I greet everybody. My disclaimer is I'm not a pastor preacher. I don't hold any type of office in the church. We're just here talking about news stories, that have conversations and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So another thing is I'm not here to violate any type of community guidelines, any type of copyright infringement here on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So there was this pastor out there in Mississippi, by the name of Anthony Watts. What's up? He says, Silky Smooth. What up, Silky Smooth? What up, known unknown? He says, did the pastor do dirty? No. No, actually the pastor, I guess he was driving. We're gonna go to the story, but to summarize it up, he was driving and he saw somebody rear off the road or something like that, like an accident. And he turned back around to help the individual, and the individual, shot and carjacked him. It turns out to be an escaped inmate from a jail or prison or something like that. So that's how he died. He was shot and killed in that type of circumstances and trying to help somebody out, you know. All right. So we're going to go to the story. We're going to share the screen. What up, Prince Sean? What up, Christoph Jones? Image W. What up? All right. So let me share the screen with you guys because I know it may be new to a lot. We've been dealing with that other story with that pastor from so-called pastor from Africa who had all those bodies in his on his property. All right. So here's the screen right here. Let me know if you can see the screen. Let me know if you can see the screen right now. All right. So it says, all right, Pastor Anthony Watts, was killed and carjacked while trying to help a man. A pop up. Beg your pardon on that one, man. What's going on? All right. While trying to help man who may have escaped from jail. Mississippi police said. So this thing happened out in Mississippi. They said a man who escaped from a Mississippi jail over the weekend may be connected to the killing a pastor and stealing his pickup truck in Jackson. Authorities said the pastor, 61 years of age, Anthony Watts, was shot and killed Monday night around 7 p.m. on Interstate 55 after he pulled over to help a man who had wrecked a motorcycle. Now, my thing is, I know me. You understand? I know me. I see car crashes. I seen single vehicle car crashes and things like that. Or I see people stranded somewhere and things like that, going to work, at work and stuff like that, driving my truck. Or if I'm traveling to Jersey from North Carolina, I mean, you see people. But listen, Tony Harvin ain't stupid. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you could be of God and things like that and what have you, but you got to use your common sense at the end of the day. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit here and forgive me. I'm not gonna sit here. You got to use righteous judgment at that also. You know what I'm saying? If you see somebody, if you're driving northbound, right, and it's usually like a divider blocking on a highway, on an interstate and something, in a lot of cases like that, it's usually like a divider blocking it. If you see a single vehicle accident and stuff like that, listen, call the police. Call the police. That's it. You know what I'm saying? You on the other side. You know what I mean? I mean, it's a kind gesture and things like that, but in these days, you just never know. People might be setting people up for the okey doke, and they are using people who are, tend to be vulnerable in these cases. All right, what up, Jen Juice? Hope all is well. So I'm not saying that the pastor did wrong, but I just know me at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Listen, call the police, call paramedics or whatever the case may be to go help that man. But most likely he would have tried to get away anyway because he was a person who escaped from jail out there. So we're gonna go back to the story at hand. He said, "Ouch." So they said police said the man shot Watts several times and stole his red Dodge Ram. Watts died at the scene. Listen, that's kind of stupid, right? So you escaped from jail, right? I don't know how you got access to a gun unless you stole it, right? So you don't even need to shoot and kill anybody at the end of the day. But some people just have a thirst for blood just to kill somebody just because. You probably could have took the vehicle, and I'm not saying taking is righteous, but in a lot of cases, people have been robbed and things like that, and the person would still shoot them at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So listen, in a case like that, I know me. I'm a very defensive person. That's just me. Because if somebody tried to attempt to carjack or rob and stuff like that, I'm not going to sit there like a happy daisy person and say, listen, here, take it. Because they still, and they back in their mind, they might shoot you anyway, or they might try to harm you anyway. So guess what? You know what I mean? I'd rather take a chance of getting it in with them at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? To try to give myself a high percentage of a chance to at least surviving. You know what I mean? Not sitting there like a sitting duck. You know what I'm saying? Of course, whatever's destined to happen, it will happen. You know what I mean? All right, what up, Jen? Jen, I know you're a defensive person, man. All right, it says based on the information gathered from the investigators, the suspect fit the description of 22-year-old Dylon Arrington. Dylon Arrington of Jackson. Let's go look him up right quick. I'm gonna look up this inmate, and we're gonna try to show him on the screen. All right, we're gonna show him on the screen, and let me say this. Let me let let me say this. I think it was one person or two people, whoever said this before. They state that listen, you do stories about so-called pastors who's been arrested and all this other stuff. I think it was one of my family members who I had a conversation with not too long ago. They say you're doing these stories on these so-called preachers who've been busted and all this other stuff. What happens if they get out? They try to search for you and things like that because you did a story on them. Let's check this out. I don't care who they is. At the end of the day, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Are they going to search for the person at CBS or NBC? You know what I mean? Or BT who's reporting the story? Why they got to come? Why they got to come after me all of a sudden? You know what I mean? But check this out. If that happens, you know what I mean? If that happens, I'm rubbing my chops together. You understand? Listen, you ain't supposed to have a mind of being fearful of anybody. And this was a person that goes to church and whatnot and things like that who said this. I'm going to report the stories to put the people on alert and to encourage the people and to have people to know what to watch out for and who to watch out for. All right. He says apparently a Mississippi inmate. I guess you meant. I guess you meant shot him. So they got the suspect right here. I'm gonna put him up in a minute. I'm gonna put the suspect right quick. All right. So just bear with me, and we're gonna get back to the story at hand. All right. Hey, Jen Juice, you crazy. you listen, Jen Juice, you crazy, man. All right, so the screen is up. I don't know if y'all can see the suspect. He's right there in the orange jumpsuit or whatever they wear in the jail and whatnot and what have you. So that's the suspect who shot the pastor out there in Mississippi. You know, some people might make it a race thing or whatever the case may be. You know how that go. Jen Juice says, Jen Juice, you says, you know it. I'm not sitting there and waiting to get shot or praying. I'm defending myself by any means necessary and praying later after the threat has been dealt with. Absolutely, absolutely, I agree. You know what I mean? I'm just like you. I'm a very defensive person. Not that I want any situation like that to happen. I'm not like that. I would hope and pray when I go outside, whether to work, whether to Walmart, whether to Food Lion, whether taking my kids somewhere, whatnot, that no type of situation like this happens. Somebody come to my doorstep and things like that. I would hope that don't happen. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's get back to the story at hand with this passage. So once again, this individual, this person who escaped, I believe he was with um other inmates as that, you know, as we read the story a little bit further. Let me go back to the story and we're gonna touch on it just a little bit more. You know what I mean? So just bear with me once again. All right. All right. That says the inmate is one of four prisoners along with Casey Grayson, Corey Harrison, Jerry Rains, who escaped Saturday night from the Raymond Detention Center, a facility near Jackson, Mississippi, through the branches, through the breaches in a cell and the roof. So we have it's like four inmates out there who escaped. You know what I mean? What's the purpose of escaping for? I mean, you did the crime. You know what I'm saying? You listen. If you did the crime, okay, fine. You got to do your time at the end of the day. You know what I mean? All this technology out here. You know what I mean? You're trying to escape and things like that. You're leaving paper trails, and then you go out to murder somebody. You understand that? Now you got more charges on your hand at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So what's the purpose? Just serve your time. You know what I mean? If you was found guilty or if you're guilty in general, just serve your time and let it be. You know, but now you put yourself in a more deeper end. I'm spending more time now in prison now, from jail to prison. You know what I'm saying? All right. Let's go back. It says, Tyree Jones said the men might have camped out on the roof before fleeing the facility and going their separate ways. So they went their separate way. So they went their separate ways and whatnot. You know, these inmates in general. All right. So in any type of situation like this, that you're trying to help out a person or people in general, you know, it's almost like you almost got to be cautious a whole lot in these days. Even in the churches, people try to set you up for failure. People try to harm you physically. You know what I'm saying? Emotionally, mentally, and things like that. You know, it said the Mississippi Bureau of Investigations confirmed to the news the four inmates were in custody for various charges, most involving theft. So they said the inmate who shot him had charges of auto theft and illegal possession of a firearm. Wow, wow. I mean, now you got a murder charge on your hand now. Now you got a murder charge on your hand. Now what? You know what I'm saying? You turn about 5 years in prison to about 25 years to life now. You understand that? So these are the escapees right here. You know what I'm saying? So if they happen to come across this YouTube video some way somehow, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I really don't care. You know what I'm saying? So just be on the lookout if you are in the Mississippi area and things like that, or in the surrounding states of these individuals. You know what I mean? All right. So they got what is that? Dylon Arrington, which is the person who shot him and killed the preacher. Casey Grayson, Corey Harrison, and Jerry Rains. These are the four inmates who escaped and from the Mississippi area, Jackson, Mississippi. So be on the lookout for these creeps out here. You know what I'm saying? Because listen, you just never know. He says, I hope he was baptized and right with God, I pray. You know what? I always hope that. You know what I'm saying? I definitely always hope that for people, you know, that they live the righteous and holy life, you know, but you just never know. Um, he caught off guard and things like that. I mean, we would hope he had an opportunity, at least to repent those last seconds or a few minutes that he had to take his last breaths at the end of the day. On top of living a holy and righteous lifestyle, because you just never know. I'm pretty sure he was just going over there to help and assist a person that he thought needed help. You know what I mean? He probably didn't think that he was going to get carjacked, shot, and killed like that. A lot of people, you just never know in these days. We're living in some wicked times right now. Wicked times right now, for sure. We hear it all over the news. This person killed, that person killed, this so-called preacher doing this to this person, to that kid, and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So once again, it was the 4 individuals who escaped. The one with the bigger picture, that is the person who shot and killed the Pastor Anthony Watts. All right, we're going to go furthermore into the story. So it says Watts stolen red Dodge Ram, which had a tan trim and cowboy sticker. So this individual, this inmate from this story is still out there. He's driving a red Dodge Ram which has tan trim and cowboy stickers. I believe they're talking about the Dallas Cowboys. Stickers on the front and the back. Last seen heading south on I-90 on I-55 and Terry, Mississippi. That's crazy. They said Jones said one of the prisoners stole a Hines County Public Works vehicle that was later recovered in a suburb of Houston. Wow. It says none of the men have been captured as of last Tuesday afternoon. Wow. Wow. So it said church members at the St. Mary Missionary Baptist Church said they were deeply saddened by the death of their pastor, Anthony Watts. Well, they called him Reverend Watts. I mean, of course they don't know better, but they said was a person that loved everyone. Okay. So they stated that he loved everyone. He had a loving heart and things like that, or what have you. Jen Juice, you stated that Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana are 3 places I wouldn't even drive through. Oh, man. Listen, I've heard about it. I've heard about the deeper end of the South, that it's like that out there, in the woods and things of that nature. I'm surprised that I'm surprised that I'm not surprised that that type of racism still goes on. You understand that? Whereas though you can't drive in certain places, you know what I mean? Because you might get snatched up and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So these type of things we remember from the past. We talked about the story on the other YouTube channel, I believe, with Emmett Till. And that female who lied on him, that caused him to get killed and things like that way back when, but it's sad to see things like that is still happening in these days, but just in a different manner, just in a different way, so, but me personally, I never been to Alabama. I never been to Mississippi, and I never been to Louisiana, although I wanted to visit New Orleans, but from research, seeing all that witchcraft and all that nonsense that goes on out there, I probably pass. You know what I'm saying? I definitely probably pass on that one. As far as like Mississippi, I haven't thought about it. Alabama, I haven't even thought about that neither. But once again, with this situation right here, we're going to go to another article right quick. We're going to go to another article with this story, and this could happen to anybody. Anybody could be shot and killed. Anybody could be carjacked or be a victim of an attempt carjacking or anything. You just never know. All right. So in this article right here, it mentions, and it shows a picture of the pastor. He looks familiar. When I first seen him, I'm not sure if he's on YouTube or whatever the case may be, but he looks a little familiar. like I may have seen him around on YouTube somewhere, may have. All right. So this article basically gives similar story as the other article that said his daughter said in a statement, her father was her everything, and she fell to the ground when a detective said her father had died. I mean, that's a crazy situation to have a detective or police or local authorities come to your door and tell you that one of your family members, one of your loved ones, because not all family members, you don't really care about too much, but your immediate family members, your father, your mother, your kids, come to your doorstep and things like that to tell you that somebody in your family has passed away. But not only that, but they were shot, carjacked, and killed, and things like that, man. So definitely keep your eyes open and watch your surroundings. That's important right there. Especially when you street smart and stuff like that. And I'm not saying people who are street smart are better than the next, but they just know certain things. They know not to go to certain areas. You understand? I'm not going to sit here and go to a Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles in an area with a bunch of violence. You understand that? If I know better, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, you stay out of areas where Klansmen are and stuff like that. I'm not going to stop nowhere. You know what I mean? On a highway. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's dark at night. At nighttime, I don't care how much fighting I know. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna call the police. I'm gonna go about my business. Simple as that. Here in North Carolina, here in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's accidents every day. I'm talking about every day. Every time I step out that door, 85% of the times, 90% of the times, I'm gonna come across an accident. And I don't even go too far. You understand? I could just go around and up the block to a Walmart, across the street to a Food Lion, and there's a car accident somewhere. You know what I mean? All the time. In the early morning hours, in the middle of the night. You know what I'm saying? All the time is a car accident in Charlotte, North Carolina. Or around Charlotte, North Carolina. It's car accidents where I'm from in Jersey, but out here is more. I see them, whether it's a single car accident. Listen, okay, here's another one. You know, you know, there's another one. There's a motorcycle accident right there. The guy's on the ground, bleeding, busted up. He'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? He'll be all right. He'll make it through. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and go all the way up to make a turn all the way back down. You understand that? Call the authorities, call the paramedics, and things like that. Because one thing you don't want to happen is something like that, and then you try to help a person, and then you get blamed for something. Well, you try to turn him over. He broke another bone and all this other stuff. No, call the police, pray for the person, and keep it moving. Now, if it's right in front of you, or if it's you, of course, yeah, help him. In an instance like that. But I ain't trying to be no superhero. At the end of the day, that's just me. You know what I'm saying? Use your smarts, use your wisdom. At the end of the day. All right. So that's the picture of this pastor right here, Anthony Watts, a 22-year-old who was in jail for having firearms and car theft and stuff like that. Just turned those charges, or turned more of his time in prison to much more time. I don't get it why people like that are fascinated with violence as if they're gonna get away. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. When you kill somebody like that, you know what I'm saying? Especially if it's like a media type of thing, worldwide spread, like a story like this. Oh, you definitely got a high percentage chances of getting caught. You know what I mean? You're definitely leaving paper trails and things of that nature to get caught. You ain't gonna get away. You know what I'm saying? You can't go to another country. You can't go to Cuba. You know what I'm saying? You can't go to Haiti, Mexico, and things like that. Where you going to go? Where you going to go when your face is all over the news and people is doing podcasts and broadcasts and bringing news on YouTube, Facebook, and all these other social media platforms with your face right there, wanted for murder, FBI looking for you. You know what I'm saying? What you going to do? You can't do but so much. You know what I'm saying? When you're an escape person, you know what I mean? You're robbing people, you're stealing vehicles. I mean, you're going to kill somebody else. Then what? You know what I mean? You got to keep doing all these things. It's best to you just to turn yourself in. You shouldn't have even have the thought to escape, because you probably would have got less time, you know what I'm saying, for those two charges. Or one could have got dismissed if you would have had a good lawyer and things like that. Now you got a murder charge on your hand. You know what I'm saying? That you cannot get away from. You know what I mean? I don't even think they're gonna offer you manslaughter for that type of stuff right there. All right. Let me check the chat room right quick. What up, Shatara? What up? What up? What up? You said I made it to the live, but I got to replay. Hope everyone have a great day. Thanks, bro. T. Appreciate that. Appreciate that for coming on this YouTube live. I'll be on my other I'll be on my other channel after this one for sure. We're gonna talk about something real interesting. You know what I mean? We're gonna talk about something real interesting on that one. You know, but I thank everybody for coming on this live. I thank everybody for coming on this live, viewing the story. For the moral or the whole thing is keep your eyes open. You understand that? Because people don't care what you do at the end of the day. Everybody ain't saved. You know, everybody is not saved, and everybody is not looking for truth. There are a lot of people out there that just pure violent. They just look, they smell blood, and guess what? They don't care. They'll take your life. We did a story yesterday about the guy in Texas. You know what I mean? He killed those people and at a house, and he killed the 8-year-old. You know what I'm saying? With a rifle, shot an 8-year-old in the head. You know what I'm saying? With no remorse. How does one stare at an 8-year-old and shoot the 8-year-old with a rifle, a grown man? You got people out here like that. You know what I'm saying? They will take a baby's life right in front of you. You understand that? Shoot the baby in the head and whatnot right in front of you and have not a care in the world. And then turn around and shoot you. You know what I'm saying? To kill you, as that man in Texas did, as the story we covered yesterday is doing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm Tony Harvin. I thank everybody for viewing it. Catch the replay. You know, I'll be on my other YouTube channel in a bit. You know, on Tony Harvin. Do remember, if you are a new viewer to this YouTube channel, Tony Harvin Network, if you like, I don't beg for subscribers. Hit the subscribe button. Hit that notification bell to receive all notifications of videos that comes out on this YouTube channel. My third YouTube channel is Tony Harvin TV. It's going to have nothing but the Truth of God videos on there. You know, YouTube kind of been giving me a hard time, you know, flagging my videos on the other channel, terminating, suspending stuff. So I got another YouTube channel, Tony Harvin TV. If you like to listen to the Truth of God videos, subscribe to that if you like. You know what I mean? I'm blasting the Truth of God on that channel every day, all day. I thank you all for tuning in. I'm Tony Harvin. I'm signing off. May you all have a blessed day. All right? I'm out. Peace.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Tony Harvin, and welcome to the Tony Harvin Network YouTube channel. If you like, hit that subscribe button listed right here. After you hit the subscribe button, if you want to receive all notifications of videos that come out on this YouTube channel, hit the notification bell and select all after you hit the notification bell.